I'm a very lucky guy today because I'm driving the one and only F11 M5 Touring built by CFD in Germany. Malte, the owner of the car and one of the owners of CFD, is sitting with me, so we're going to go take the car for a drive and go through the modifications he's done on the car and maybe any pain he's received during this build process, because I'm sure
a lot of pain. Yes.
Yeah, I just have to say, initially the impressions of the car obviously looks like an F11 M5 from outside, but the interior is something stunning. It's done by Factor, who are a German company specializing in interiors. It's black leather Alcantara and green stitching to complement the accents outside and under the bay. And these are Recaro?
Yes. Sportster Cross.
Sportster Cross. Yeah, so yeah, the seats are amazing. The interior is just great. Yeah. So we'll start the car up and get going. So what exhaust is on the car?
The company is called Workshop Number 5. Mm-hmm. It's close to Dortmund. They're from Hagen, and they're specialized on individual exhaust systems. So every system is
custom, unique
custom,
to the car.
Yes, and you.
Okay, so we'll just set off so I can drive the car. We've got Nick's F11 M5 Touring with us as well. He's just following us. We'll do a separate video on that car when we can.
So for the extra system, important was that it sounds good, right? But it has to be super quiet when you go on a journey, when you drive somewhere with family. I mean, that's the basic idea of the car, is that you have a Touring which you can use as a Touring.
Yes.
Just with a lot of power. Yeah. And when you close the valves, this car should be super quiet.
Well, yeah, that's the essence of an M5, isn't it? It's a fast family express, so
yes,
you're meant to be able to take your family in quiet comfort on the autobahn on long distances, and then when you want to have a little play yourself, you can. So it gives it a dual personality.
Exactly.
So you talked about the power of the car. So do you want to run through what changes have been made in terms of the power on the car?
Yes. Basically, we did everything to raise the power to the maximum for a stock internal engine. Mm-hmm. We did hybrid turbos from TTE from Germany, the 800 plus models. We have an Venturi intake and the CSF intercoolers and the special made exhaust system, and this with all those parts we should be able to do 950 horsepower. Maybe we have to add a methanol injection for the top end level horsepower, but that's.
And the ECU tuning is done by Aulitzky?
Yes, the ECU tuning is basically done by Aulitzky.
Cool. So suspension wise, what have you changed on the suspension?
That was very hard because the car has stock on the rear axle. There is an air suspension. So for the front we have F10 M5 KW variant 3. Mm. At the rear we have KW variant 3 shock absorbers and the original airbags.
Okay, yeah, because obviously the Tourings have the self-leveling suspension, so you've still retained that. So just driving impression wise, driving around town, it feels exactly like an F10 M5 to me. It doesn't feel any different.
Yes.
So I think when you're modifying a car to this level, the hard part is not making it fast. The hard part is making it feel normal when you're driving normally.
Yes.
So
exactly.
I think you've done a really good job
on
that. And what else? So you've got 660 wheels on this as well?
20-inch. On the front, it's, correct me, it's 9.5 by 20.
That's correct, yeah.
That's the F10 M5 fitment. At the rear we have a bit smaller, or not, how you say?
Yeah, they're not as wide as they would be on an F10 M5, because I ran 2111. So you can go wider, but I think we did 10 or 10.5 in your car.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. The reason is because the rear axle is different on the F10 M5, and right now we're working on a retrofit for the F10 M5 differential.
Okay.
And then we can go on wider wheels.
Yes. So essentially it's F10 M5 front and then
Yes.
F11. So this is based on a 550?
Yes.
550i
550
Touring
LCI.
rear, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So how long did the project take? So this was built for basically release in Essen last year?
Yes. So we showed the car in Essen 2017. The build took around 9 months at Aulitzky, because the mechanical part is not the hardest part as you would think. The hardest part is all the electrics and the coding on the car. We have right now we have 37 control units on the car, and we inserted kilometers of cables.
Okay.
Afterwards, and all the coding. It took 6 weeks to get the engine started, because everything was fit perfectly and all the mechanic was done in the right way. It was just about bits and bytes to set everything up that the car will start.
Yeah, well that's the thing. I think anyone I know who's done a build, anything like this, the hardest part is actually the coding and getting everything to talk to each other.
Yes.
The mechanical part of it obviously is a challenge, but it's much more challenging to get everything to work as it should do, because you're changing so many components in this. And you've also done some interesting retrofits as well in this.
Yes, exactly. We retrofitted the lane departure warning.
Yep.
A tow hook, electric tow hook system, because that fits to the idea, to the basic idea. What should this car be? It's a touring, and a tow hook fits to the work of a touring car.
Yes.
And we retrofitted a G30 Setnav NBT Evo. That's done by the company FF Retrofittings. And all the other retrofittings are done by CDH SE Motorsport.
Okay, cool. And then cosmetic wise, I've noticed you've got a different front lip and rear diffuser on the car as well. So they are by 3D Design?
Yes, made in Japan.
Yeah.
Side skirt, front lip, diffuser. They're all from 3D.
So basically there's their styling package on the car. Yeah, I mean, as you expect, I said, it drives like a normal car. I've owned a F10 M5 with a lot of power, and this feels, I would say, a little bit faster, which it should do with the TTE turbos. So obviously when you get the meth in there, it'll be more than 800.
Yes.
But you will also need the clutch by then.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. Unfortunately, it has rained after about 10 weeks. So Malte came from Germany, brought the rain with him.
Yes, exactly.
So
the German weather.
I can't exploit the performance of the car, but if you want to see how fast a tuned F10 M5 is, you only have to go watch one of our videos on our M5 at VMAX to see what it's comparable to. I mean, with 800 horsepower, this would be faster than anything apart from a hypercar, essentially. Thank you for watching, guys. If you want to watch more of our videos, you can watch them over here. If you want to watch what YouTube suggests that you might like from our videos, you can watch them over here. As always, if you haven't already, please like our video and subscribe to our channel. If you've got any questions for us, please drop them in the comments below and we will do our best to answer them for you.